Hello, students. I had a question on number 13 out of section 3.5. So let's take a look. We've got perform each of the operations using the bases shown. And let me toss in a little bit of white space here. When the question was on multiplication with a different base, so maybe we'll do A, and then I guess E. I guess we could do A and yeah, one's division and another number base, one is multiplication. Okay. So let's see here. 3, 2. So a lot of different methods to use. We could do the traditional. So 3, 2 multiplied by 4. All of these are base 5. So if you want to do the traditional method, then you would just go ahead and multiply. 4 times 2 is still 8. And that would be one group of 5, 3 ones. 4 times 3, that's 12. 12 plus 1 is 13, which would be 2 groups of 5 and 3 ones. And that would be it. You could also do it with the lattice method if you prefer. In this case, there's not a ton to do with lattice, but let's see here. 2 times 4 is 8, which is a group of 5 and 3 ones. 3 times 4 is 12, which is 2 and 2. Then you add down the diagonals, regrouping when necessary, and there is nothing necessary here. I just get 2, 3, 3 base 5. If you were doing this with the chips, let's see here, we had white as the ones, red as the 5, maybe blue as the next one. So I'd make stacks that would be red, 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 white, white, and I would do that 4 times. So I'd have red, 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 white, white, red, 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 oops, white, white, and red, 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 white, white. So then again, we're in base 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of this right here is regrouped into one additional red. That leaves me with 3 whites. So there are 3 whites. Oops, that's just horribly done. There we go, 3. Next up, we take all of our groups of 5 of the reds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 reds. And that becomes 1 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 more reds. That becomes a blue. 1, 2, 3 reds are remaining. So I have 3 reds here. And then you can see there's 2 blues. So there would be my result if I was using the chips. So 3 different techniques there to show you how to go about doing that. Oops. Let me get the white space back in here. We'll do the next one. Let's see here. Now we'll do division. Okay, so we're going to do division in, looks like base 2. Okay, so division in base 2. So again, you can use any of the algorithms that you would like. Remember, all the algorithms work exactly the same way in all the bases. The only thing you have to worry about is your regroupings. So if you wanted to put 1, 1 base 2 and you tried to take it into 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay, again, everything here is base 2. Okay. So this right here, a 2 and a 1, that'd be 3. Okay, so we could divide it up into groups of 3. That's up to you. But as you go through, start. 1, 1 goes into 1. It does not. Not enough. 1, 1 goes into 1, 0. Yeah, sorry, still not enough. 1, 1 goes into 1, 0, 0. And the answer is yes. I don't know how many times, but since it's base 2, the only digits are 0 and 1. So I'm going with this. So I'm going to put this down, multiply, and then I'll subtract. Now again, this is 1, 0, 0, and I'm going to be subtracting 1, 1, so I can do some regrouping. So make this a 0, bring over 2, reduce this, and bring over 2 more. So I have 2, that's a group of 2 and 0 ones. 2 minus 1 gives me 1. 1 minus 1 gives me 0, and I have 0 over here. So we're looking pretty good so far. go ahead and we can bring the next number down using the traditional algorithm. I get a 1, 1, so that means it does go in one time, and I can subtract, and then I can bring down the next place value, and there it is. So my final answer here would be 110 base 2 and a remainder of a goose egg. So nothing left over on that one at all. Let's see here. Probably a good idea to check yourself, right? So we can come over here and do 110 and multiply by 1, 1. Now again, this is base 2. So I'm checking my quotient. That's how many times it went in, and multiply by my divisor. And we're going to check to see if we get the dividend. And so 0 times 1. So again, I multiply by 1. Anything multiplied by 1 is itself. So I get 0, 1, 1. Now I multiply by one place value up, but it's again a number 1. So I get 0, 1, 1. And as I add, I get 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, which I would regroup. 1 plus 1 is 2, which I would regroup. And I'd end with 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. That is exactly what we're supposed to get. So perfect. So that takes care of those two. Let me go ahead and clear everything now. So anyway, yeah, that's the idea. There you go. You can do the same thing for any of these, right? Another base. So if you had 4, 3, and you're multiplying by 2, 3, and we're in base 6, it doesn't really change anything, just our regrouping. So we just think I'm regrouping. Every time I get something bigger than a 6, I'll regroup with a 6. So 3 times 3, that's a 9, and 9 is 6 plus 3. One group of 6 and 3 ones. 4 times 3, that's 12. Plus one more is 13. Well, 13 is 2 groups of 6 and 1 additional. Okay. Next up, 0. 2 times 3 is 6. So that's a 0 and a 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9, which is 6 and 3. My end result is 3, 1, 5, and a 1. So my answer here with base 6 would be 1, 5, 1, 3, base 6. Perfect. So there you go. And again, that was a traditional. You could have done all the other options you want. You could have rewritten all of these without any regroupings, put them in the lattice form. All of those are just methods. They're all just what we would call an algorithm to get to a solution. Okay. Algorithm just being a series of steps. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. I guess I didn't do a multiplication with base 2. I mean, I kind of did when I showed the check. It's the same concept, right? So if I had 101 and somebody was multiplying by 101 and all of this was in base 2, yeah, just multiply. 1 times anything is itself, so I'd get 101. Next digit in is a 0, so I have nothing in that column. I could write all zeros if I really wanted to. And the third one is a 1, but it's 2 spaces in, so I start with a couple of goose eggs, but multiplying by 1 gives me a 101. So as I add, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 2, which I regroup. 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1. So there's my final answer. All right. Well, there you go. That should take care of that. Hopefully that helps. Next steps are up to you. All right, off you go.